My name is Paul Mahoney, and the book is called Wasting a Crisis: Why Securities Regulation Fails. The principal point I try to make in the book is that the aftermath of a financial crisis is a bad time to overhaul financial regulation. Right after a crisis, politicians and regulators are trying hard to avoid blame for what happened. And so when they're looking for causes of what happened, they're going to ignore any decisions or policies that could be associated with them. Instead, they inevitably end up saying the crisis was caused by bad actors doing bad things in the securities markets. They were allowed to do those things because there wasn't sufficient regulation. And if we add in more regulation, that's going to solve the problem. Now, because this whole narrative, and I call that a market failure narrative, and because it's designed to deflect blame, it actually ends up producing regulations that are the wrong solution to the wrong problems. Why am I a skeptic about Dodd-Frank? One reason is if you look at the number of regulations that were supposed to have been written that still haven't been. You could, of course, say, well, the regulators just don't have enough manpower, they don't have enough resources, they can't write all of these rules, and that's certainly part of it. But a big part of it is actually they're having a very hard time avoiding bad consequences. Businesses themselves are interested players in the regulatory process, and usually they come in with an advantage because they know more about what the real issues are than the legislator or the regulator does. And they tend to shape regulations in ways that help themselves. And one of the key takeaways from my book is how effective financial firms have been at shaping regulations in ways that harm their competitors, don't necessarily give any help to their customers, and help improve their own profitability. It's actually a good thing to revise regulations over time as we learn more about their effects, but that should be done gradually and continuously, not in a spasmodic burst of activity after every financial crisis.